Housing Hub pretty much started in 2018. I had been denied on-campus accommodation.
With the costs of accommodation rising and the shortage of transport due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Marvelous Nyongoro, a young entrepreneur, has found a way to help ease the issue of accommodation for students at universities across Zimbabwe.
So what then happened is I stay in a town called Nyanga, and I'm at university in Midland State University, another part of the country. I had to travel 2 weeks prior to the university just to look for good off-campus accommodation. But in my quest for looking for off-campus accommodation, I was a victim of a bogus accommodation agent. In my anger to get back at the accommodation agent, I created a WhatsApp group. The intent was for students to post availability of information pertaining to accommodation so that nobody is scammed. That led from one thing to another. So the Housing Hub is an online service provision platform that offers off-campus accommodation services to students and property management services to landlords who are offering off-campus accommodation services. It started as a WhatsApp group. I didn't have the idea initially of a website, but then because of the pressure and the workload, I thought of turning it into a viable company and actually registered in April as a company, and pretty much that's it. That's how the Housing Hub started, and that's how we got online. I figured the journey was going to be easy. Who doesn't want to be online? Landlords and students. I thought we're going to be the next Airbnb of our time within a year's time. But reality check, that was not it. I realized a lot of work had to be done. So I started working in the business and setting up structures and built a team around me. And the team currently consists of 6 permanent employees and 20 student agents across 4 university towns. Right now, we've managed to register over 3,500 student beds online, and we've pretty much broken even, and the business is now profitable. Getting into 2020, it was supposed to be our year, you know? We had made some mistakes, and we're looking forward to correct these mistakes and build a bigger and better business. We never thought the pandemic would get to Africa. You know how it is. But when the pandemic got here, it affected us like in devastating ways. The business depends on students being on campus, and with students now restricted to being in their homes, there were no properties for us to manage. No property to manage, no service to give to students, no income. Our revenue went from 4 figures, 3 figures to 0. That was at the point when all schools were closed. So this led us back to the drawing board to say, okay, what's our niche market? Our niche and target market is the student. What does the student need? The student needs accommodation. But is that exactly everything that the student needs? You find that there are a lot of things that circulate in the student ecosystem that student needs, and some of these things can be accessed, whether you're in a pandemic, whether you're locked up in your hostel, whether you're staying up off or on campus, you still need some of these services. With COVID-19, there is now emphasis on social distancing. So the first and most important thing is for a student to look up the Housing Hub. It can be found on the domain thehousinghub.co.zw. The first thing that you now have on the new platform, you've got a shopping online experience. This will ensure that students can get their groceries whilst they're at home and have them delivered. So students are now going back to school in their numbers, and really there's an emphasis on where can I get transport that is clean, safe and decent. We've partnered up with 2 bus companies, and these companies have pledged that they will follow COVID-19 measurements to transport students in a safe environment to school. This portal is going to allow students to find online opportunities and actually work on them. We're in partnership with universities. So with Midland State University, what we've done, our partnership, our platform is available in the institution's e-learning platform. So when students are redirected, when they're looking for on-campus accommodation, if you fail to get on campus, the university gives you an option to look for off-campus accommodation. It redirects you to our system. When you're on our system, there is no need to go through an entire registration process. Our database is synced to the university database, and we just get your information straight from the university database. So once you're on the platform and you've created your account, there are various filter options for you. You can search using a keyword. You can search using property type, which is an apartment. Are you looking for a dormitory? Are you looking for a full house, for instance? You can even search by city to say, I'm going to this destination city, I'm going to Bulawayo, I'm going to Mashingo. You can even search by the university of your choice, right? And then another thing, you can also search for a roommate. That's another cool feature that COVID-19 has brought us to think about. So we on our blog, we run a series that's called My Worst Roommate Experience. So we wanted students to open up about their worst roommate experience. With them opening up, we then realized that a lot of students are being paired up with people that they don't know, people who they have no relation to. But now our platform, the new platform we're launching in 2 weeks' time, gives you the power to actually select a roommate of your choice. You can upload your profile, upload your information, and then say, hey, I'm a level 2-1 student, I'm studying agriculture, I'm looking for somebody who enjoys partying. I don't like someone who's always on my neck, breathing down my neck. I'm looking for someone who's smart. I'm looking for a study mate. I'm looking preferably for someone who's also in my same field of study. And what you'll find first on the platform is our featured properties. Our featured properties are like the best hand-picked properties. These are hand-selected by our team, and they're offering like top-notch student services. You can click on the property, and then this will take you to the property information, pictures, the amount of rentals, and it will give you the information of the agent who is specifically responsible for this property. The next thing is to select Make Booking, and there you go. It takes you out to your checkout portal. Once you've supplied us with that information, the next part is simply for you to make a payment. So once you click on Make a Payment, you get a pop-up on your phone where you need to enter your PIN, and then this will take you to make payment to the Housing Hub Zimbabwe, and you actually have to confirm whether you want to make a payment. And then when you make a payment, it confirms, it gives you a text. The text will come for confirmation of payment, and then you have your reference number and your receipt, and you're good to go.